Alright guys, so welcome back to the channel, Real Talk. Thank you guys for tuning in with me. I am grateful for you guys being here. Thank you to my subscribers, guys. Thank you for the support. I always make sure that I acknowledge you guys for the support that you give up on the channel. Thank you for sticking with me. I can't say that enough. I just want to express my gratitude for you guys for that. To my subscribers, if you're new, welcome to the channel. Okay, don't forget to like the video for me, guys. Share the video if you don't mind. It helps the channel to grow so more people can get the messages necessary. All right, I hope everybody is doing well. So I'm gonna do something a little different that I've been led to do. Basically, I have a message to give, okay? And it's for whoever it resonates with, all right? But, you know, if you don't feel like it's for you, then leave it, right? You know whether something pertains to you or not, okay? If it feels like it makes sense for you, if it feels like it makes sense for somebody you know, if you feel like it's something you can relate to, hey, then so be it, okay? But the message overall is to help, to give an understanding of a very touchy subject, all right? Basically, it's a download that I received to share it, and I didn't question it because it made sense to me. And it actually kind of blew my mind that I was given the message to share. But when I thought about it, I said, well, it makes sense. And it's not something that's always shared and talked about. It's a very touchy subject, but it's also a necessary subject. It's necessary to talk about it because it's happening every day. And it's not something that's taken so seriously, and it's not something that's taken as seriously as it should be taken by all age groups who understand. All right, so I know for a fact that there are children who watch these channels, these particular channels, okay? And we range in ages from, I would say, at least 13 to 17. That age group watches these particular channels, okay? And that's another reason why I feel like I've been led to give the message, because even they need to hear it, all right? Even though it's a touchy subject, nevertheless, it is something that needs to be talked about. Touchy, but real. Sensitive, intense, but true. Okay? Very necessary. So, everybody is entitled to their own opinion. I am not here to influence anyone to do anything but to do what's right. To give insight on that, to give information on that to the best of my ability and the best of my knowledge, and of course, my experience. Okay? So, like I said, from the ages between 13 to 17, I know that they scope these channels. They scroll through and they listen, especially when they see their little zodiac signs. They want to hear their own little old, traits and things that they can relate to. They look for something to relate to most of the time. When those age ranges are interested in these videos, they looking for something to relate to. Some of them are looking up or looking for something to feel grounded with. Again, something they can relate to that makes them feel some type of comfort, confidence, security about themselves because they're young, they're children. And some of them don't have anyone to look up to. Some of them, you know, they may not have something that they totally believe in. They may not feel like they have anybody that can relate to them, even in the home front where they may live. Just because they live in a certain home, it doesn't mean that, you know, that home is you know, the greatest environment for those age ranges. Or they're particularly in the house where, you know, there may be a mom present and dad not present. Dad is present, mom not present. Okay. Single fathers, single mothers, and then there are family members who are raising children from their brother or their sister, you know, because that sibling of theirs may have, you know, transitioned or passed away. They're no longer here, so their children have been passed down to family members. It's a lot going on between those ages, 13 and 17 years old. And I also picked up on this myself as my own personal experience because I used to drive students of all ages. And I paid attention to their outward appearance, their attitudes, the way they carry themselves, how they speak, who they hang around, the way they react to certain things, those who were loud, those who were rowdy, those who were disrespectful, those who were very quiet. You know, I paid attention to a lot of the language of those age groups. But the 13 to 17-year-old age groups, they do watch these particular channels, like I said, and they listen for certain things, and they get into those certain things as children would, whatever draws their interest. A lot of children are drawn by their zodiac sign, and then they're led. I would say maybe they are led. I don't know. I said it, so particularly there may be some of those children that watch this channel in that age range. They may have been led to watch that channel. Okay? Overall, like I said, everyone is entitled to their own opinion. You know, everyone's going to think the way they want to think about any subject. But this particular subject is, like I said, it's touchy and it's intense, but it's also necessary to be spoken of. So the download that I received was about the most sacred part of us as human beings. The age ranges from mid-20s up to mid-30s. I have that age group that watch as well. That age group, they still experience this at their age, and it's really a good thing. It's nice. But they're not always made to feel, you know, so comforted about it, expressing it and talking about it, or being confronted about it from family members, friends, co-workers, whatever. And I mention the age groups because different age groups go through different stages when it comes to this. Different things happen on different levels for different people and what they experience or encounter when talking about this touchy subject. So I had to make sure. I'm like, okay, I'm talking with my spiritual team, Most High Mother and Father. this what you want? You want me to? And it just came, when the download came, I was like, wow. But I had to think about it. When you think about it, it's real. It's sacred. And a lot of people don't take it as heavy as it really is, because it's heavy. It means a lot. But it's the opposite. People take it for granted all the time. Those who are in the age range of 13 to 17, it's really not their fault. In your childhood, these are things that you're taught as you come up, of course. No one is talking to this age range mostly about this intense subject, because it's not something that should be tapped into in the first place at that age range. But in today's world, the society of today's world, it starts as early as, I would say, 14, 15 years old, where this is discussed. And most of the time, it's a moment where it's actually not understood how important it is at that age. And it's given freely. Sometimes it's taken. Unfortunately, it's taken. But it's given freely as well, within the age range of 14 on up to 17 or 18. It's given sometimes, and because it's not seen as something sacred. It's seen as something exciting, or something to do, or something to exciting enough to, I get to do this now. I'm at the age, no one can tell me what to do, because every child is not raised in a home, like I said, with a mother and a father. There are a lot of broken homes out here. And so, by that being the case, or the circumstances, then when a child's not raised with both parents, a lot of times, because it can be a single parent, and that single parent can do a very good job of raising the child to understand certain values. Okay, so I'm not saying it's not possible for a single parent to raise a child decent and to teach a child. What I'm saying is, for the most part, speaking in general, it's more healthy for the child to grow up in the home with the mother and the father. It's more healthy that way, because they're seen as a team. There's a demonstration of partnership here, and also there's a demonstration of dependency. They can depend on one another to bring forth a message and agree upon it, where the children are safe, they feel safe, they know they're safe, and their parents, is showing up together, to where the child knows, hey, this must be real, because I see my parents, they're explaining it to me, or, they're telling me, about this, or whatever. So it can go both ways, okay? And I had to understand too, from the Most High, that it doesn't have to be a perfect message. It just needs to make sense, and it needs to be told. So, like I say, I'm doing things differently. I'm not gonna pull any cards here. If I'm led to, then I will. So, like I said, those the age ranges 14 and up to 18, they're experiencing the should I say, the rejection, or they experience the pressure what they call the peer pressure, right? They would experience that coming from friends and stuff like that. And some, unfortunately, around that age range, they are taken. Their innocence is taken from them. So when we talk about virginity, sacred virginity, it's a sacred thing. It's something that needs to be held on to from those age ranges that I mentioned on up until really you're in an actual commitment. And that's the part where it's taken very, very lightly. It's taken as a joke. It's taken for granted. And so I would want to encourage those young children, because that's what they are. They're children. If you're 13 years old on up to 18 years old, you're still a child. And in mind, you can be more mature, but that's even more reason why it should be explained or told. So if you are a parent and you are a subscriber of mine, again, thank you for your support. But my encouragement here, my job here, is to inform, to share information. This is important, and it should be talked about more. It should be given more value. It should be taken with more gratitude, humbleness. It should be taken more serious, and it's not. Not saying that nobody's teaching their kids. Nope, not saying that. That wouldn't be true. Somebody don't want this to be talked about because my throat's trying to get all scratchy and but it's gonna be talked about because I'm here to bring forth the message, the information. When we're talking about children are oftentimes violated, okay? And this what turns them into being promiscuous when they do become of age, and sometimes before, okay? And there's a lot going on out here in the world, so I say when it comes to the population, at least 25% of the population, if not more, okay? This could be facts, but it's also my opinion. But at the same time, at least 25% of the population or more, if not more, okay, they either have never been talked about, it's never been talked about with them, expressed, talked about, anything. And then you can have where there's others who are holding on to it, and they're of age. And because I know some people who are holding on to their virginity, they're of age, and they've been made fun of about it, downrated about it, talked about it. It gets ugly. It can get mean. It's not pretty how people downrate virginity, being a virgin. Most of the time, it's young adults, children. That's why I say the age ranges that I gave, I know they watch. And for those of you who are watching, if you are watching, yes, virginity is a very secretive thing. It's a sacred thing. It's sacred and it's secretive. It's secretive for a reason. Just like it's sacred. It's sacred because it's a very strong part of you that's your tool to create. Okay? And creation can happen on many levels. Alright? But the sacral chakra, okay, is your creativity area. That is the chakra that's used to create. And you want to keep your area where you create, you want to keep it clean. And keeping it clean is just not it's not from a physical point of view of using soap and water or any feminine products and all that. Yes, you do that as well, but it goes far beyond that. It goes into the spiritual part of you. It goes into your mental state. It goes into your bloodline. It goes into your blood cells. It goes into your veins. Okay? When it comes to your secret. When it comes to your sacral. Alright? It has a lot to do with your creativity. And if your sacred place where you create from is contaminated, if it's, just speaking on a level of business, building, or bringing forth development, a level of creating a life, if your area is not clean, if your area hasn't, been covered and kept strong, all right, then it can interrupt your creativity. It can interrupt you on a mental state. It can have a lot of interruptions in the spiritual state. All right? And so those are the things that you want to consider. Even as a young child, if you're 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 years old, 18 years old, and you're watching this channel, I want you to be encouraged to hold on to your virginity. It is a sacred place. It is your sacred place. It is your tool. It is also your gift. And that's something that's not often talked about. It's not often understood. Even though children are young, children of today, they understand very, very well. You have children 2 years old. I've seen it. You have children 2 years old, 3 years old. They know more of how to work an iPad phone or iPhone, whatever you want to call it. They know how to work them better than some adults. So children understand very well. And if someone's child out here that doesn't know that their child tap into these types of videos, and there are other videos of entertainment that they tap into that is not so well, and a lot of those videos may influence that part of them. Okay, and so be mindful what the children are watching. Take in time to get in their business. Get in your children's business. And you stay in their business. Especially if you in the business to help the business to grow. On a positive level. Okay? To have a strong foundation. A foundation of trust, of love, understanding, honesty, and also vigilance. So if you're a parent that watch, share that with your children. Your children is 10, 12, 13, and you notice anything about them in the change of their body language, or in the change of the way they talk, or what they share with you as far as what they watch on social media, what they share with you as far as what's going on at school, whatever it is. Pay attention to them, listen to them, check them out. Far as, like I said, the things they say, the conversations they hold with you, the way that they if they're the kind of kid that do fine in their own energy and they just go off and they playing somewhere by themselves, because little children have imaginations very much so. Their imaginations are very innocent, yet their imaginations can create, because they have little imaginary friends they play with and all this other little stuff that they do. They create a little space, and before you know it, they got a whole line of cars sitting there. The little boy playing with a bunch of little cars, and he done created the cars to collide to each other, and he's sitting there playing by himself. Or she got the Barbie and she got the little Ken, and she playing over there by herself. She 10 years old, whatever, 13 years old, and she's still playing with her dolls, or he's still playing with his little race car, whatever it is. Or a lot of times it's social media. All right, and they're looking at social media and they're getting these ideas, and they have these games. There's all kind of stuff that's presented on social media. Not to mention, whatever you're watching is going to interrupt you 50 times with ads, and who knows what those ads are about. So when children take in a lot of social media, then someone needs to be watching. Someone needs to be listening, paying attention. What are they watching? How long are they watching it? What are they talking about? What is it about? It's not just video games and stuff that they're watching. Children very often watch all other stuff too, because there are a lot of things that catches their attention. So stay in their business. If you're a parent, if you're 20-some years old, if you're 30-some years old, 40, 50, 60, if you have children, share this with your children. Especially if you notice that the way that they play or who they talk to, because children 13 years old, you got 13-year-old children around here talking about they got a boyfriend and a girlfriend. Alright? He talking about he got him a girlfriend. She say she got her a boyfriend. When really, they shouldn't even be thinking like that to begin with. At their age, they shouldn't be thinking nothing about no boyfriend and no girlfriend. But that's what's going on today. So if you're a parent, pay attention to your child. Boy or girl, listen to their conversation. If you let them talk on the phone with other little kids, it don't hurt to listen in on conversation. It don't hurt to know what's going on the phone. Text messages and all. Somebody need to hear it. Somebody need to adapt. Somebody need to be flexible. Somebody need to pay more attention. This is the message is about. Because these are the things that's not talked about with the children. These children need to know how sacred their virginity is. They need to know that they need to hold on to their virginity. It don't make you lame. These are the influences that they get. They get rejected by friends because their little friends is doing something that they not doing. So they being rejected. They being laughed at, made fun of. It hurts their feelings. They may not even be telling you about this. It hurts their feelings. It make them feel bad. It make them feel like they don't fit in. In which when they young like that, they try to fit in with their little friends. Alright? So it's our job as parents, hey, I want to know what's going on with you, how you been doing, what's going on. You got new friends, you got to just talk to them. There's nothing wrong with talking to them. I talked to mine when they were younger. Hey, anything come up or something strange not going right, as far as how you feel, you pay attention to how you feel. If you're around, your little friends, and your little friends is telling you what they doing, okay, that's them. But if they seem like they talking about something that you're not allowed to do, I need to know about it. I told mine I had to, because it happened to me. I couldn't let it happen to them. Alright? So, as a single father, as a single mother, even if you're parents, mom and dad, even if you're a grandmother, you raising your grandkids, even if your grandkids is around you, you picking up on little things, you see how they acting, you pay attention to them, how they dance, how they, react to music and things they say. If they hold conversations on the phone, you need to know what's being talked about here. They know all about the social media and the different little things they do. So, hey, get in their business. Stay in their business. You be glad you did. Because there's a lot of things the children are doing when it comes to social media nobody knows. And you wonder how stuff happens. They meeting people they ain't got no business meeting. They seeing folks and talking to folks they ain't got no business talking to on certain levels of conversation. Because these people are older than them. Some of them are presenting themselves to be older than what they really are. You have to pay attention to these children. If you are uncle or auntie and you're raising your nieces, your nephews, if you're raising whatever child, it doesn't have to be a child even related to you. It could be an adopted child. It doesn't matter. If you are raising a child and you understand, some of us at our age, I realize I have other age ranges, of course, that watch me too. So that means all the adults in the room, if you're watching this video, then if you know there's a child, I don't care if that child is your student, your niece, your nephew, your grandson, your granddaughter, your friend's daughter, whatever, however, whoever needs to hear it needs to be shared. Virginity is sacred. It's a gift. But if you don't realize how important it is, if you don't realize how much of a gift it is, you'll give it away, not realizing what you have. So there are people, like I said, that's making fun of these people. That's because they don't know no better. That's because didn't nobody teach them. They didn't know. Some knew, some didn't. So it could go, the scales can balance out both ways. Some people knew and they just made that mistake. Some people didn't know and they still made a mistake. However it goes, virginity is sacred. A person make you feel like, for those of you who are 13 through 17 watching here, you could be in your 20s too and you still a virgin. That's a good thing. That's your gift. That's a part of your creativity. And that ain't something you just give to nobody. It's not for you to just give it away. It's not there to be given away. It's there to be held as a sacred place, as a secret place of creativity for you to bring forth what your gift is. Because that's where it starts. That's from that root chakra, from how you done grew up until whatever you have learned, whatever, wisdom you have gained, or whatever the life lessons have been from that time up until you even realize how important your virginity is, how sacred it is, how spiritual it is, also very cultural, okay? When you realize that, you'll be glad that you held on to it because you have an understanding of holding on to that sacral chakra. Like I said, in the age ranges of children, the children that watch this, I'm trying to encourage you to say, don't let anybody make you feel like you don't fit because you're not doing what they're doing. If you have little friends that's fooling around and they call themselves being intimate with people, trying to be grown, my best thing for you to do, make sure first of all that if you want to tell a parent, your parent, their parent, you should. And if they're your real friend, they're not going to get mad at you. They might get mad at you. Who knows? But my thing is, if you are a child and you're watching this video, you need not to give away your virginity to anyone. You are to hold on to that because that is your sacred place. And it is okay to be on that level. That's really the level you're supposed to be on. That is a level that keeps you pure. That is a level of your innocence. The innocence that can help you to create. The innocence that can help you to stay in high vibration. The innocence that can help you to learn what your gifts are easily and faster. Because there's been no breaking of the womb. And when the womb is in a state of wholeness and innocence like that, then the gifts are stored away and they're kept sacred. And therefore, if you know to hold on to it at an early age, as 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, on up into your 20s. Some people go as far as being 30, 40, some people 50 years old. And it happens. It happens that they get that to that age and they never experience anything other than being a virgin. Some people will say that's lame. Some people will say that's impossible. And I would say, no, it's not. To remain a virgin is smart. It's wise. You remain a virgin until you meet the person that you feel comfortable with. But as a child, you are supposed to remain a virgin until you are of a legal age. Really, according to the law of the land, you're not supposed to do intimacy until you are of a certain age. But at the same time, that's the law of the land. Spiritually so, you should be celibate, remain celibate, or a virgin, remain a virgin until you are married. That's not what we are taught though. In this life, we're taught backwards. You go have sex first, be intimate first, and that's where it all begins. That's where adulthood begins. That's where you become more experienced and you know you're a woman begins. All that is an illusion. All that is confusion. It's backwards. And it's just, it's horrible when you don't know. And being on that level, it just sets you up for a lot of failures. Because you're giving something away, once again, that's sacred and is not to be shared with just anybody. But society, says, hey, everybody doing it. Hey, nobody's faithful. Oh, you'll never have anyone to yourself. Oh, everybody else is doing it. What's the big deal? Because they have not been taught, because they don't have that understanding. Some people have natural gifts, and their natural gifts will hold them and ground them to where they can hold on to their virginity. Not that everyone don't have a gift, but some people's gifts shines quicker than others. Some people realize their gifts quicker than others. Sometimes it takes longer than others. But everyone has something to do far as when it comes to creating or when it comes to the responsibility of your sacral. Okay? And I can't say it enough. This is the message mostly to young children who I know watch. Those age ranges, 13 to 17, you should still be a virgin. And if you are watching this video, I'm just letting you know to encourage you, to influence you to do something right that can carry you for the rest of your life. Because if you do this the right way, it can help you with the flow of life to remain a virgin, no matter what no one has to say about it, no matter how friends try to look down on you, no matter who makes fun of you. A lot of times people do that out of ignorance, especially children. They don't know any better unless you have talked to a parent, and the parent or both of your parents have talked to you, or whoever is raising you would, they've talked to you about this. And you really at 13 on up to 17, at least I would say 13, 14, 15 years old, you really shouldn't watch these videos, because mostly it's for adult entertainment. But there are, and I know that there are children who watch. And a lot of the children who watch, like I said, whatever you're in search for, I just want to make sure that this is something that you can, I say, relate to, because this is where it starts. It starts at a young age. And I hope that if you're at that age range and you're living at home with parents, or you're living with, being raised by aunties or uncles or grandmothers, grandfathers, hey, it's just, like I said, I want you to be encouraged and know if you're dealing with any kind of peer pressure from anyone about being a virgin, you just tell them to leave you alone about it. Just piss off, because you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. And my best advice on that is don't. Because that is a sacred part of you, and that's something you need to hold on to. And it's very important that you do, because that's a part of you that doesn't need to be exposed in the wrong way. You need to make sure that you're married. And that goes for everybody. That's all people. And it's bad to say in a way, because at these ages you shouldn't be tapping into that in the first place. But I know that those of you who are that age, that you're watching. You're watching me. That's why I've been led to give the message, because I have that age range watching these videos. You shouldn't be messing around with no one when it comes to that. That should be shut completely off. All boundaries, all bars locked, all grounds solid. There should be a special key there, and no one should touch that key unless you are married to that person. That's for sacred union. That's not for fooling around and giving away. It's not a giveaway thing, but society says that it is. The times we're living in is young children that also have been violated, and if you have, I am very sorry for that violation by someone who was very irresponsible and very insecure. And apparently they don't have a good heart. On that note, a touchy subject, like I said, but it needs to be understood and said. I've received the message and I've been led to share this. Please pay attention to your children, adults, mothers, fathers, grandmothers, uncles, aunties, cousins, I don't care who it is. If you're raising children around these age ranges, 13 to 17, you need to stay hip enough to stay engaged with them. This is being emphasized so much because there's so much happening out here. Children are being violated. Somebody's not paying attention. Pay attention to the children. Whoever this is for, please pay attention to the children so they're not violated. If you have daughters, if you have sons, whatever child is in your care that you're providing for 365 days a year, watch the child. Pay attention to the child or the children. Stay in their business. Know where they're going. Know who their friends are. Who they're talking to. What's being discussed. Tap into messages, voicemails, text messages. All these things need to be considered to save our kids from doing grown people stuff that they shouldn't be doing, but they're being influenced to do it, or somebody's taking advantage of them. Pay attention to your children, please. Wow, Most High. Something going on. There's something going on. Yeah, man. Hey. Something going on. I don't like it. Someone, okay? Because children at those ages and even younger, they get violated and they don't have a voice in the house. Someone needs to listen to their child, your daughter, your son, hear them out, listen to them. If someone is being abused in any kind of way where they could be violated when it comes to their sacral chakra, someone needs to listen to a child, or a boy or a girl. Somebody needs to listen. Take the time to listen. If you're the parent, or you're the person that takes care of the children, or whatever circumstances there may be, whatever home setting there may be, whatever living arrangement there may be, pay attention to the children. Ask them questions. Especially if they're on social media with Instagrams and Facebooks and Twitters and chat boxes and whatever else they got. Somebody need to pay attention. For those of you who are in the upper age range, in your early 20s to the early 30s, don't let anyone influence you to do otherwise. Friends, family, co-worker, girlfriend, boyfriend. If you're not married, you shouldn't be having sex. It's straight up, it is what it is. I got to put it out there. They didn't say how it was going to come out. They just told me to put it out there. It's not going to be perfect, but it needs to be talked about. It's not going to be perfect, but it needs to be talked about. There is just some children out here, and I hate it, because you can't do anything about what irresponsible, toxic, hurt, broken adults will do to, and just not all, is some people out there who are doing this, violating children. And the child don't feel like they have a voice. They don't feel like whoever they live with, they can come to them. Somebody's child feel like if they say something, they're not going to believe me. We got to stop this from happening. How do you stop this from happening? You got to be engaged with your children. I know some of y'all are single parents, single mom, single dad, okay? It's understandable. You're looking at one. I get it. But you still got to make time, slow down, because some of y'all working multiple jobs. Y'all busy, all right? And sometimes when you're overly busy, things will get by you. It is what it is. We live in this life. We're in for a ride. You're in for an experience. You're in for, learning. It's one big learning experience. That's what life is. It's one big learning experience. That's what it is. And it's up to you to learn the lesson. It's up to you to be even open to learning. It's up to you. You must see it. Pay attention to your children when it comes to school, when it comes to hanging with friends. I can't say this enough. When it comes to social media, you got children who are on social media. They are dating people that are older than them. And these folks is persuading these children to come out and meet with them. And some of y'all don't know this is happening with your children. If it wasn't happening, I wouldn't be led to say it. Somebody needs to be reminded, because it's not like we don't know out here. Somebody needs to be reminded. Age ranges of 20, early 20s to early 30s. If you are, good. You should be. holding on to your sacral chakra energy. You cannot, you should not, and I hope you don't share yourself with other people. If you're being promiscuous, stop. It's not healthy. On a spiritual level, it's not healthy. On a physical level, a mental level, because these are the things you will pick up with people. You pick up their physical, their mental, their spiritual. You pick up subconscious. You pick up bad habits. You pick up their spirits. You share blood. If you're being promiscuous, stop. It's not healthy. I don't care if you are using protection. Condoms break. And even the female condoms, they have their defects too. If you're on the pill and the shot and all that other stuff, hey, guess what? Overrides happen on that level too. If you are being promiscuous, stop. For whoever needs to hear this. I'm not here to do no belly rubbing. I'm here to tell you the truth. And I'm sorry to those who are younger. If you're watching these videos, you're 13, 12, 10 years old, I am really sorry. I do not know you, but the Most High knows you. But I know you exist. But the Most High knows who you are. And I pray for your protection in spirit and in flesh. I pray, I ask my spiritual team to help to look after you. I don't know, but there's a lot of violating going on when it comes to the children. And them the ones that need protecting the most. Our children. They're having encounters and they're having experiences and nobody's paying attention. So, again, if you are responsible or you are of guardianship over any child, no matter the age range, anything 10 years old and up, if you're noticing anything different, pay attention. Pay attention. It pays to pay attention. 20-something, 30 years old, 40 years old, 50, 60, 70, it doesn't matter. If you are not married, you should remain a virgin if you still are. Great, that's beautiful, that's wonderful, that's your gift. Don't give away the gift. Everybody ain't got the key to unlock your box. So don't just give it away, because it's not just for anybody. So if you're those ages and you're still holding on to your virginity, that's where you're supposed to be. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Is it easy? No. But then again, you can't miss something you never had. You can't miss something you never had. So, it shouldn't be a big deal. If you're someone who's practicing celibacy, wonderful, great. Please do. Please do. You have no idea how much stronger and purified your sacral chakra is when you hold on to that most part of you. And that goes for men and women. That sacral chakra, it's a building place. A place where creativity is built, nourished, brought to life, planted. It grows. It replenishes. Why would you want to either contaminate or break through that if it's not meant to be? But in fact, everyone has someone that is meant to be in your life that you can be committed to. You don't have to go with what society says. You know, oh, ain't nobody out here, ain't no good men out here, ain't no good women out here. Or you never have anybody to yourself. Oh, everybody cheat. Oh, this person doing it, that person doing it, they got this, that, and the other. No, it's not what's going on outside of you. It's what's going on the inside of you that matters. It's up to you not to let the outside influences in. Okay? I remember being pressured. I was about 21 years old. And the person I dated, I really liked this person. Started having feelings for this person. But I noticed they were pushing up real hard, too hard. And then when I tried to explain it to them that I was holding on to my virginity, they took it as a joke. I didn't like that. I thought that it was something to be proud of. But I also didn't exploit it. I held on to it. I knew that I was on that level and I was okay with that because I couldn't, miss something I never had. So it wasn't a big deal to go running after something that I had never experienced anyway. But I did experience being pressured about it. So that's why I say, even at 20s, 30s, 40s, there are people who are still a virgin. And that's really a gift. That's really a good thing. You're supposed to remain a virgin until you are married. Sex, intimacy, breaking up the so-called seal or breaking the wound or whatever, that's supposed to happen after marriage. But today's world say this can happen anytime. You can enjoy it whenever you want it. You can buy you some if you want to. You can do whatever you want. Oh, it ain't gonna hurt nothing. It's all good. Everybody doing it. Just use this. Just use that. Just use that. Go to the doctor and let them give you that. And you ain't got to worry about getting pregnant. Oh, just do this. And you ain't got to worry about making no babies. Just do this. Everybody got an answer. Everybody got a solution. But nobody's taking the time to understand the gift. Nobody's taking the time to say how special that is. How cherishable it should be. It's traditional, but I feel like it's a really good tradition. It's an excellent tradition. More people should practice it. But the people that try to practice it and be on that level, they get called names. They get shunned out the group. They get rejected. Not realizing those who rejecting them are idiots. They don't have no idea that that's really a good thing. Okay? And the person that got rejected or done got shunned or talked about or called names, they feeling so low. Confidence level just dropped to zero because your homeboys, they tripping. This the third girl they done got for you. You still ain't hit it. Or your homegirls, they tripping. Because this the second dude they done brought. And you still ain't let him take care of it. You still done let him hit it. This is the world. This is society. For the children. For the young adults. For people. Period. In general. But that don't mean go do it. That don't mean let your guards down. That don't mean you did something wrong. That don't mean you're not a good person, or you're not good enough, or you ain't cool, or you're not fun, or you're not adventurous, or you're not creative. It don't mean none of that. It just means the person that's coming after you, they just don't understand. They don't have a clue. They don't get it. How much of a blessing and a gift it is to either remain celibate until you're in commitment, because everybody make their mistakes and do things they should have waited to do, or they regret, hey, I should have waited, I should have did this, I should have did that. And it's only because you didn't know that, and then you find out later, and you're like, wow, if only I would have known. If only somebody would have told me. If only somebody would have talked about this. Asked me. Tell me something. If somebody just would have said something, I would have never did this. I wouldn't have never did that. I would have did things so much differently if I just would have known. But that don't make it your fault. You just didn't know. But even though you can't control where you've been and you can't change what you've done, you can control where you're going. And now you have discipline, son. Now you have discipline. Daughter, husband, wife, friend, family, homeboy, homegirl, co-worker, whatever, lover. Now you have discipline. We all have to learn lessons. Just learn the lessons. Don't be doing stuff over and over and over and over until something happens. You know? Learn the lesson. Remain celibate. That's the best thing you can do for yourself on a spiritual level, on a mental level, physically, financially too sometimes. It's the best thing you can do. To remain celibate. Whatever you've been through, and a lot of you have been through a lot. Okay? Wherever you have been through, and you have gotten to this point at this time that you see this video, that you made a decision, hey, you know what, I'm not finna be sharing my energy with nobody. I'm not finna deal with that. I'm not finna start that. You've learned something from your experience. You got a different approach. You have, different ways of seeing things. Your perception of it has changed. Your feelings about it, your thoughts of it. You have boundaries now. You know what you're looking for. You know what the connection should feel like energetically. You understand now. So it's okay about what may have happened in the past because you simply didn't know. You can't do something that you don't know nothing about. Okay? Most people haven't had that understanding because it's just something that wasn't talked about. It's something that wasn't expressed. It's something that wasn't, given the floor in the house most of the time. It's something that's not talked about or expressed, but it's happening behind closed doors. And we wonder how she came up pregnant. And we wonder how he ended up with a child that he can't raise. You 15 years old, 16 years old, you done made a baby. Because they didn't tell him nothing. He don't know no better. He's going according to what's been demonstrated or what he done watched or what he done told, what he done watched or what he done saw on social media or whatever. Social media is a very big influence on a lot of things, a lot of decisions that young people make. And that's why as parents, we got to be involved. You got to be in their business. You got to know. You should know. You need to know. Seriously. Because that's where it come in with the regrets. If I had known, I should have did this, I should have did that. Well, here I am. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm not here to belly rub, but I am going to tell you the truth. You can count on me for that. I'll tell you the truth to the best of my ability, to the best of my knowledge, and from my own experiences. I hate that feeling knowing there are young children out here that didn't get a say because it didn't happen. There are 20-year-olds out here that didn't get a say because somebody violated. And now they just find themselves kind of being promiscuous because that's the stages. That's how it happens. So that's why I say if you're being promiscuous, just stop. There's no shade to anyone. Ain't no pointing no fingers at anybody. There's no judgment to anyone. It's just a simple, just stop doing it because it's not healthy for you. Mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, it's not healthy for you. Just stop. If you're being promiscuous, just stop doing it. Stop doing it. You got to stop. I don't care if you are using protection. You got to stop. Because you are supposed to be married before sexual intercourse. You're supposed to be married. Marriage is first, not sex. Marriage. Where's the bond? Where's the foundation? Where's the friendship? Where's the love? Where's the authenticity? Where is it? Where's the mindset? Where's the agreement? Where's the like thoughts, the like mind? Great minds think alike. What is the plan here? Where is it? Where's the floor plan? You can't build no house without no floor plan. Because then you end up with quicksand. You ain't got nothing to build on. What you doing? You building it just for it to sink. That's a no. So I'm just saying I gotta share it, y'all. It's gotta be shared, so that's what I'm gonna do. That's a part of my assignment. And we'll talk about that another time. That's another video. But my thing is, as in any age range, there has been violations that have made people promiscuous in their past. They had to deal with the traumas of being violated by an uncle, a cousin, and sometimes a father, even a mother, a grandfather, a grandmother. It happens. Being violated, a sibling, a sister, a brother, it happens. Unfortunately, it happens. But I was told that I must speak on this touchy subject because it's important. Your virginity is a gift. Hold on to it. Celibacy is a gift. Continue to cleanse. Continue to detox. Continue to hold your sacral energy hostage. And it ain't even holding it hostage. It's just securing it, protecting it, keeping yourself grounded. You can't just let anybody in your energy. That's the innermost part of you. Okay? That's the innermost parts of you. That's for the women. That's your womb. Alright? Your creative spot. You know, guys, that's your gym. That's where you build at. You the man, you the builder. Alright? That's where you build from. That's your energy. Hold on to your energy. Don't give your energy away to all these different women. Sharing blood with everybody just cause you know, hey, I ain't gotta bring you home, or I ain't gotta look at you tomorrow, or whatever your excuse is for doing what it is you do. Everybody got something that they probably do. No judge here. I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm just here to give you the truth. I'm here to tell you. And it's real. Be careful out there. Don't let nobody tell you that you lame. No, you not. You not lame. They just insane. They don't understand how sacred that is. Some of y'all have friends, oh man, what you waiting on? Oh girl, what you waiting for? You know? Because they don't understand. That is sacred. That's a spiritual space to be in. That's a sacred space to be in. And it's where your secrets are. It's where your gifts are. It's where your creation is. The sacral chakra. Don't interrupt it. Don't contaminate it. Don't just leave it open for anybody to come running up in there as if they pay the bills, you know. Alright? No. It's something to think about. This is serious. This is more serious than people, you know, emphasize. I never hear anything about it. If you do hear something about it or whatever, it's not much information unless it's a doctor trying to tell you something about the area, or someone may be speaking negatively toward another human being for using a tool for low vibrational things. We talking about content that can help. It ain't about using protection. It's about reserving yourself for that spiritual union. Reserving yourself for that bond. Reserving yourself for that commitment. That partner. The partner that goes with you like a hand in glove. That partner that understands the level of life you're on. That partner that wants to build with you. That partner that has the same goals as you. Y'all want the same things. That partner that knows how to be your friend. Because we ain't got no love on a friendship level. If you can't be my friend, how you gonna be my lover? I want somebody I can get to know. I can understand. You can understand me. We can communicate. We could be vulnerable and talk to one another. We can see eye to eye. We can be adventurous together. We can understand each other's energy. It's a concept of connection. All right? And it has nothing to do with sex. That's the thing. We've been taught backwards. Sex first. No. In other words, problems first. No. See, we've been taught in a very low vibrational state. It's a very low vibrational way we've been taught. And it's also been demonstrated. A lot of us being in the older range, 40, 50 years old, some 30 years old, some younger, hey, you have experienced the demonstration in the house. Some mothers may have had different multiple guys around the house, and there's children here that don't belong to them. I'm just telling you like it is. I can't say no names, because I don't know your name, but I know it exists. I know it's out there because I've seen it. Guys that's single, you got multiple women, and you have children that may not belong to them women, or they could. But those children, they don't have the same mom. Same for the woman. Those children, they don't have the same dad. What is missing within you that has showed up on the outside of you because of your choices? No shade to anyone. This is to encourage you to get it together. This is to encourage you that it's okay not to do these things because it plays a very vital part with your spirituality. And when it comes to the physical, it plays a very vital part to your bloodline. All right? Your blood cells. Your health. All right? It's a lot to be considered here. It's a lot on the line. That's why it's your gift. That's why it's something that can be used to create. It's a tool. It's a part of your body, your tool to use in the proper way. Even if it's something that you had to learn, that's fine too. You got to learn it sometime or another. That's why I'm here right now, today, at this very moment, putting forth the message. And I hope somebody's listening. I hope that you understand, for whoever this could resonate with. And it really could resonate with any and everybody, male or female. If you ask me, if you want to be honest about it, everybody need to know that when it comes to that part of you, you need to hold on to that, because that's like a pot of gold. That's a pot of gold that's taken very lightly. Very, very lightly. And you just really have to understand. Our job is to understand what this area consists of. What can be birthed from this area. Understand, if you messing around with people and you're not committed, you're not in a marriage, some people use a protection, some people not, regardless of whether you're using it or not, you're still sharing things that are not supposed to be shared. You don't spread yourself with every and anybody. Again, no shade to anyone, because a lot of times when a male or female find themselves being promiscuous, it's only because there's something that they're missing that they don't feel whole about. And it's okay, because you have to have your experience. Everybody has to go through their own experience. Nobody can experience for the next person. It's an individual thing. The thing about your experience is, please learn the lessons. The job is to learn from the experiences. Become better. Because there's such thing as second chances when it comes to this. But it also consists of more work to get that second chance. And I'm talking about spiritual work. And then there's physical work too. All right? There's a lot more work to be done once you realize what has happened, once you realize the mistake that has happened, once you forgive yourself for allowing yourself to be, promiscuous or whatever it was that you decided to do, for as sharing that part of you with other people. Forgive yourself for that. Others of you, if you're a young child and you have been violated, please understand that that was not your fault. That was the insecurity and unstable-minded ways of another person, okay, who they just don't, I just hate to say it like that, but when a person take advantage of a child and that child is innocent, you know what? You wrong. There's nothing. You just wrong. I'm sorry. You wrong. I'm not sorry. You are wrong. No, you don't. Just don't. Wrong thing to do. Wrong move. And there is something wrong when you choose to do that. Something is very unstable going on in the mental state. Something very unstable, and it hadn't clicked. And if it is clicking, it's clicking the wrong way. Lights on, nobody home. All right? I hate, the subject is really trippy, but it's real. This is a real subject that's happening on a daily basis. Okay? And this is where this stuff starts. It starts at a young age. Some younger than 13, that goes through violation. Alright? It's not your fault. That's some adult that had no control and was very unstable. And that doesn't give it an excuse, because there is no excuse for that. You need to be punished for that. And they will be. Because the Most High sees all things. And that's something that adult definitely has to give an account for. Whether they think they got away with it or not. Whether someone heard this child out or not and went and did something about this, pressed charges, or, confronted this person. Hey, whatever is due to that person, that is their karma. They shall see that again. Some way, form, or fashion. So if that did happen to you and you were a young child, please forgive yourself for either blaming yourself or not saying anything out of scarcity, or there could be a violent situation already going on, or you just feel like you don't have a voice, or someone may have shut you down and called you a liar, or you're just trying to cause problems. These are the things that young children go through behind closed doors. And it's sad to say, it's real. It could be with family members. It could be with a stepmother or a stepdad. It could be that child is not being heard. No one's listening. Or that child is being blamed. That's horrible. You can't expect the child to make good decisions from there. How could you possibly expect the child to make good decisions from there? Some people come out of it, and most people don't. They don't come back from that, because it's a violation of your space, your innocence. All right. So let's make sure we paying attention to the children. Whatever's going on in the house, however, whatever, doesn't matter. Pay attention to the children. Don't let your kids just run off and go out of town with their friends. Know what's going on with them. Pay attention to them. Body language, phone calls. I don't know. It just keep coming out. Because somebody's either hearing it and they not listening, or somebody need to hear it. I don't know. Maybe you just tuned in. I don't know. I don't know. However, It's something that needs to be said and understood with all ages. Marriage first. That's why a lot of homes end up broken up. Because folks just having fun. Nobody's in the commitment. Nobody's true friends. Nobody's true nothing. It's always just the fun and games until the game is over. Alright? So, I hope that something was said that can help somebody, no matter what age you are. I'm hoping that it's something that can be said here, that is helpful. Practice celibacy. Remain a virgin if you still are. It doesn't matter how old you are. You're doing something that's very helpful for yourself. You're doing something that can carry you, that can create for you. And that creativity will make room for you in your life. It'll keep you from working for other people. You'll make more money from your creativity than you've ever made working for anybody else to build their business, for whoever needs to hear that. Don't be afraid of what you're holding on to. Don't see yourself as other people try to make you seem like you're contagious. Something's wrong with you, or you late, or you lame, or you gay. You got people who even do that stupid stuff. Just because you're still a virgin, that don't mean you gay. That is so ignorant. That's the most ignorant thing I ever heard. That is so ignorant. That is truly a person who has not been properly informed. Alright? That don't mean a person is gay. You don't know why this person is remaining in this state. This could be something that really works for them. Because I tell you, I kid you not, being in that state where you are still a virgin and you in your 20s, you know, 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever. Being in the state where you are celibate and you have learned your lessons and you've put up boundaries, you've learned the approach of a real authentic relationship and what it should look like, real friendship and what it should look like. If you have experienced this, that is a really good thing to be proud of. If this is what you're practicing, that is something to be proud of. More people should do it. Alright? Because there'll be less diseases spreaded. Right? Less babies born out of wedlock, where the mother either don't want the baby or the dad doesn't want the baby, because that wasn't in the plan. The baby wasn't in the plan. Now everybody got to go make an appointment to go to the child support office. When is it going to stop? You really don't love her or like her anyway. You was just chilling and y'all was just hooking up. You chose her. She didn't choose you. But why did you choose her? What you choose her for? Ask yourself, why did I choose her? Did I choose her to love her? Did I choose her to cherish her? Did I choose her to be committed to her, to be faithful to her, to show her that there's still some good men out here? Is that why I chose her? To make sure she feels secure, safe, provided for, loved, cherished? Is that why I chose her? Or did I just choose her for a one-night stand? What did you choose her for? Is she a good friend? Did I choose her because she's a good friend to me? Did I choose her because she's a generous person? Now don't get me wrong, she'll put you in your place, but she'll do it out of love. Is that why I chose her? Did I choose her because she's well kept? She carries herself really nicely. I love the way she speaks. I love the way she talks, how she dresses. Why did you choose her? She's very independent. Even though she want me, she don't need me. But she want me. She always show me love. She's a very nice friend. She's an honest person. Why did you choose her? Or is it for a one night stand? These things matter. These things will make you either make a good decision or a bad one. These things matter. And these are the things that are not considered. Why did you choose her? Or should we go the opposite direction? Why did you choose him? Because he make good money? Because he tall and he dark skinned? Because he fine? Because of the car he drive? Why did you choose him? Because you like his accent? Because you like where he from? Oh, he not from here. He from the islands. Why did you choose him? Because he always got money even though he don't make the money honestly? Or he make real good money. Like I said at first, he's an engineer. He make real good money. He ain't got no kids. And he ain't got no girlfriend. Why did you choose him? Because the sex is good. Why did you choose him? Because I like the fact that he called me every day and he always say something cute to me, or he always speaking them nasty nothings in my ear. He always smell good. I love how he meet me every morning for coffee. Even though you paying for it. Why did you choose him? Oh, he remind me of that dude I used to date back in high school. He's so fine. He this, he that. Yeah. Did you see the unit he was wearing today? I love how he dressed. Ooh, he look good. He this, he that. Why did you choose him? Did you choose him out of love? Or did you choose him out of materialistic gain? Did you choose him out of financial gain? Did you choose him because he ain't had no kids? He ain't got no kids for a reason. Or she ain't got no kids for a reason. It could be that they don't want no kids. Why did you choose them? Male or female? You need to be friends first. You need to know what you're choosing. And it can't be based off of intimacy. It can't be based off of money. It can't be based off of looks. That's a setup. Because all that stuff changes along the lines. That kind of stuff changed throughout the times that y'all together. You can get with somebody one day, they are engineer, the next day they ain't got no job. Why did you choose them? Because you love them? Because you love them? Because you see them as somebody to cherish? You see them as somebody to build with? Y'all got the same mindset? Y'all want the same things? Y'all got the same goals? Why did you choose them? Or is it these low vibrational things that attracted you to them and them to you? Learn how to be friends first. Don't be so worried about what's going on the outside. It's what's on the inside that counts. That's a true statement. It really is. Because you meet somebody all day long and you can pay attention to all the outward appearances, but if you ain't paying attention to the innermost side of this person, the relationship they have with their family, the relationship he has with his mother, or the relationship she has with her mother or her father, both ways. Pay attention to this person, their character, what makes them happy, what makes them sad, what makes them tick, what pisses them off, what's their favorite color, what's their favorite eating spot, what's their favorite place to be, what do they like to do to kill time, what do they like to do when they bored, what do they like to do for excitement. This ain't got nothing to do with sex. If you pay attention, ain't none of this got nothing to do with sex. And that's why you shouldn't be having sex at all, unless you are married. Some of y'all may say, well, I done been married, and I did it the right way, because I know people who have. They have done it the right way. They got married first. They say themselves they got married first. And they got married young. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes it doesn't. People get older, times change, people change, circumstances change, all right? And some folks, they end up growing apart. Others don't. They end up being together. It's different things that happen, different scenarios that happen within relationships, depending on the people. Okay? But always give yourself a chance. And if you are still a virgin, if you are someone who's practicing celibacy, give yourself that chance to be in a real, authentic, understanding friendship. Because friendship is a relationship. Because the old saying is really true. You never know a person until you live with them. That's the risky part, but yet still get to know them. Hang out with them. Find out about them. Study them. Because see, if you really like that person and they like you, y'all gonna study each other. You're gonna be interested in each other. What's your favorite color? What you like to do? What kind of music you like to listen to? You know, what's her favorite outfit? What color she always wearing? Her hairstyle when it changes. Same thing with him. Kind of clothes he likes to wear. Places he like to hang out. Friends that he hang out with. The way he wear his clothes. His type of haircut. His favorite cologne. His favorite meal. Things that you pay attention to because why? Because you're interested that deep in that person. Your interest level is just that deep. Some people are surface lovers. Everything is what's on the surface. Is what you could do for me. And the moment you can't do it no more, then I gotta go. And some people will get married just for those reasons. What you can do for me. And that's just karma all in itself. Because people get married for the wrong reasons too. There's a lot of different things that happen within relationships on different levels. But the thing is, if you're spiritually connected, and that's the gift also of practicing celibacy and being a virgin and staying a virgin until you commit it. The gift is where you will make great decisions. Those decisions will lead you, guide you. You must be spiritually connected. It will lead you and guide you. Ask the Most High for spiritual wisdom and knowledge. It will lead you and guide you to where you won't get involved with low vibrational things. You won't have that stuff coming to you. And if you do, you'll recognize it. Because most of the time you will have those temptations. You will have things that come up to where it makes you have all these thoughts and feelings and emotions. But you got to know who you are. You got to know yourself. You got to be spiritually connected so that you can see through these things. And see whether or not it's beneficial to you when it comes to your spiritual, your spiritual level of life. Your mental state. You must pay attention to what's going on outside of you. But for the most part, more intensely, it's what's within. Believe in yourself. Have confidence in yourself. Forgive yourself. Love yourself. Because if you love you, you can attract someone else who loves you too. And even if you attract someone who's opposite, who's trying to come to you in a low vibrational state, trying to use you or do ugly little things towards you to get their way with you, you're going to notice that. And you'll notice it right off. You'll put them on flight. You won't worry about that. That's a cancellation straight up in itself. But if you're not spiritually connected, it's easy to get caught up with all kind of stuff that you really don't want no parts in, but you don't know that. That's the lessons of life. Okay? So, I've never made a video this long, but my thing is, I can't worry about the time, because the Most High says it's not about time, it's not about perfection, it's about progress, understanding, state of mind, discipline for the most part, willpower. That's what this is about. You got the power as long as you got your virginity. You got the power as long as you are in celibacy. As long as you hold it. Hold on to it. Now, when you do things the right way, like I said, things sometimes don't work themselves out. It happens because sometimes people, they veer off. They allow themselves to be tempted and they veer off. Okay, that's where forgiveness comes in at. So forgive yourself and forgive others, and Most High will forgive you. You know, you're forgiven, forgive yourself, and forgive others. Take it either way it go for you. Forgiveness is necessary either way. Okay? But for those of you who have done it the right way and it did not work out, a lot of times, sometimes, people can allow themselves to get tempted and they veer off. They get weak. It doesn't mean it was your fault, or it doesn't mean it was you. Some people, maybe it was you. You allowed yourself to get tempted. You allowed yourself to veer off. And you regretted that. And somewhere along the line you was forgiven, or you had to forgive, and y'all made amends and made things right. The good thing about this whole thing, that there's second chances to this. But it's a whole nother level when you're violated as a child. That's something that's not always easy to forgive, especially if there's no closure. And nothing was ever confronted, nothing was ever done about it, so therefore there was nothing healed. That's a more complicated situation because that comes from your childhood. And there's healing to be done from that. Alright? So I'm hoping something was said to help you guys move forward. But this ain't about time, this is about progress. Not perfection, because this ain't no perfect video, but I know that this information is valuable. And somebody needs to know that you stand 10 toes down and you stand your ground about your celibacy. And you make people respect you. Respect your celibacy. Alright? Respect your decisions. Put some respect on your name for whoever you may be dealing with. Man or woman, whoever you may be dealing with, another, individual. If you're a woman dealing with a man, you're a man dealing with a woman, whatever. Alright? People should respect your boundaries. And if they don't, hey, you gotta send them on flight. Snip, snip. It is what it is. It's a job keeping yourself protected. The enemy comes after you even more when you make those decisions to remain that way until a marriage, a commitment, okay? Yes, the enemy will come on strong because the enemy knows that you are powerful. When you're on that level, you're very powerful. You can manifest quicker too. You can say what it is, and it is what it is. Alright? As long as it's in high vibration, you can bring it forth. Opportunities, resources, whatever it needs, you can bring forth whatever you need when you are holding on to your sacral energy. It's very important. It's so important, I can't stress it enough. It's very important to hold on to that energy. And do not share it with any and everybody. It's not meant to be shared with any and everybody. Okay? That's why a lot of other damages come from. That's why a lot of other, confidences are never met. Securities, boundaries, grounding, it's never met. The discipline and stuff, it's hard. You make it harder. It's harder. Okay? That's what we want to come away from. Don't make it harder. Be smarter. Okay? Don't make it harder. Learn the lessons. Move on. Forgive. Get cleaned up. Detox. Do whatever you need to do. Alright? And again, those of you who may have did it the right way and it didn't work, sometimes people fall apart. But that's okay. Because it may be an individual who it happened to, or you could have been that very individual who caused things to break down because you may have gotten tempted along the way. Forgive yourself. And hopefully that partner forgave you. However that worked, you must keep it moving, but this time you have to go in the right direction. You have to learn the lessons. Because if you don't, the lessons get harder and harder and harder. And that's facts. That right there, that ain't no opinion. That's facts. Alright guys, so I just hope that I've helped somebody. Okay? That's what this is about. This is real. This is real. And it's just encouragement to do what's right. Not for nobody else, for you. When it comes to that, this is about you and your sacral chakra and what's going on within. Because that's where the answers are. The answers are within you. Okay? But you'll never be able to fully tap in if you don't keep your sacral energy safe. That's all I have for you guys. Please like, share the video if you don't mind. Thank you to my subscribers for your support. Once again, I hope everybody is well. Don't forget to share the video, okay? Other people need to be able to hear these messages because they need to know it's okay. Don't let nobody make you feel bad for that decision that you're making. You're doing the right thing. They're the ones that need to learn from you. If you are practicing celibacy and you're still a virgin, you have something to be proud of. They're the ones who need to get it together. That's making fun of you, speaking down on your name, talking down on your name, disrespecting you, being mean to you, putting you down, calling you out, calling you gay. They the ones need to be checked. They're the ones that ain't got it right. They're doing it backwards. And they need to know the difference too. Hopefully this video can help them. Share it with them. Because you're doing the right thing. Again, I'm proud of you if you're watching this video and you're still a virgin. You're still celibate. Congratulations. And I wish you all the best. And I'm sending you all the strength you need and motivation you need to stand 10 toes down. Hold on to it. You'll be glad you did. You'll be glad you did. You're not making a mistake. You're doing the right thing. And it's not always easy, but keep pushing. Keep pushing. Strong will. You have the power. You have power. Don't give it away. Please don't give your power away. Oh man, please. If you're being celibate, don't give your power away. If you're still a virgin, don't give your power away. Don't do it. Please don't do it. I don't know who you are, but I can surely tell you. Please don't do it. Share the video, guys, so someone else can get the content and need help. And until next time, take care.